trust that God is with you in your own process. Trust that even when your process currently at this stage in your process requires washing your disciples' feet, God is with you in it and is taking you somewhere. You are not going to stop at washing your disciples' feet. You are not going to stop at getting that rejection email. You are not going to stop at the state where you are in, but God is doing a work in you to prepare you for where He's taking you. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. Thank you so much for your love on my last video. It was really amazing. So we are over 60 subscribers strong, guys, and we are less than a week old. Thank you so much for your love. Thank you for sharing the video. Thank you for thank you guys. You guys are really awesome. So this is officially our first video on this channel. Woo! And today we're just going to be talking about process. Like, can we just really talk about processes? Now, this video was inspired from me like reading my journal, and I was going through my journal and I discovered that for every point that I had like a major breakthrough or a major testimony, I noticed that there was always a point before that point in my journal where I was just at the point where I'm like, God, please, I need your help. And I went, like, it wasn't just once, because this journal has been one I've been using like over the years. So it's not a 1 year, it's not a 2 year journal, it's not a 3 year journal. Yeah, I don't think it's a 3 year journal as well, right? And I'm like, God. So I asked God, I said, God, why is it that for every like major beautiful thing you want to do in my life, there's always that period where it feels like maybe the thing is not coming forth, or I just have to wait? And I'm like, okay, God, so why does this down period have to happen? Because at the end of the day, you will still do it, right? I will still get that thing that I'm looking forward to you about, or I'm trusting you for. So why can't we just skip to the good parts? Why can't we just literally skip to the good parts where I just get what I'm trusting you for and everything? And just that morning, like, I was led to the scripture where, Jesus was washing the feet of his disciples, right? It literally came to save us from sin and all of that, but he had to go through his own process on the earth. Like, he had to go through a time where he had to wash his disciples' feet, the King of Glory and all of that. So I'm just here to tell you that enjoy your process, right? But in your process, just hold on to God and hold on to the faithfulness of God. See, every single person in life is at a different place or space in their own process or in their own journey. Like, I've shared this video on Instagram. I think it's an old video I've shared on Instagram before. Like, never ever compare yourself to anybody, because you don't even know what part of their process the person is in. Like, people have different destinies in life. Like, God is taking everybody through different parts in life. For someone's process, it may be a very short process because of the kind of thing that God has called that person to do. For another person, it may be a long one. The same way our faces are different, it's the same way that everybody has different assignments. So you must just understand that everybody is called to a different path, right? Some people are called to 50, some people are called to 100, some people are called to 1,000, and some people are called to millions. Now, the process and the regiments that somebody that is called to 1,000 needs is not the same process or regiments that somebody is called to 50 people needs. Now, and that's where the deceit of comparison is, because you may or you may not know where God is taking you to, right? So you may not even, if you even know where God is taking you to as a person, you may not really know where God is taking your neighbor, right? You see what I'm saying? So when you begin to compare your journey or your process to your neighbor's journey, you see that you're probably shooting yourself in the leg. You may be the 50th person and your neighbor may be the 1,000th person. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Speaking about comparison as well, like you may also begin to see yourself as doing better than your neighbor or doing, but you don't really know like what part the person is at their own stage or in their own journey or in their own process, right? Probably your neighbor is someone that is called to millions and you're somebody that is called to 100, which is not bad, right? Because God deals with us according to his own grace and according to his mercy, right? Which is not bad, but you're there feeling better than your neighbor. Another example that comes to mind, right, is the process of processing different kind of food. Let's even use a very simple one, right? If you are cooking a meal, so if you want, I don't know for Nigerians that are watching this video, but if you really do like pounded yam, you know that me, I love pounded yam very well, but it's not easy to make it. I'm not talking of pound dough. You literally have to boil yam, make boil yam, pound yam. The process of pounding in itself is not easy and all that, but then at the end of the day you have this beautiful pounded yam that just goes column, but it's not the same process to make noodles. Literally, like it could take you just about 5-10 minutes to make noodles and you're done. For somebody that loves food like me, right, the satisfaction I would derive, at a particular point in time where I really do feel like eating from pounded yam is different from the satisfaction I would derive from eating noodles, right? So you must just understand that our journeys are different, and so it's important for trust that God is with you. Trust that God is with you in your own process. Trust that even when your process currently at this stage in your process requires washing your disciples' feet, God is with you in it and is taking you somewhere. You are not going to stop at washing your disciples' feet. You are not going to stop at getting that rejection email. You are not going to stop at the state where you're in, but God is doing a work in you to prepare you for where He's taking you. Trust that even when your process currently at this stage in your process requires washing your disciples' feet, God is with you in it and is taking you somewhere. You are not going to stop at washing your disciples' feet. You are not going to stop at getting that rejection email. You are not going to stop at the state where you're in, but God is doing a work in you to prepare you for where He's taking you. Trust that even when your process currently at this stage in your process requires washing your disciples' feet, God is with you in it and is taking you somewhere. You are not going to stop at washing your disciples' feet. You are not going to stop at getting that rejection email. You are not going to stop at the state where you're in, but God is doing a work in you to prepare you for where He's taking you. Someone told me recently, she was like, "Oh, Peace, I love talking to you because I'm blessed when you speak to me. You literally talk as if you've been there." And I'm like, "But because I've been there." Literally. Right? But it's because I've been there, right? So if I've not been through what you're talking to me about, I most likely will not be able to strengthen you or encourage you, right? So just think about it like that, right? I don't know what your path is. I don't know what your purpose is. I don't know what your calling is, but I'm just here to say to you that trust God's process, but ensure that you are in tune, you are doing everything that God prompts your heart to do, and you are in line with God's will for your life. So far these things are in place. Trust God's process for your life, and by the grace of God it will end in testimony. So this video is just a charge to just trust your process, right? Just make sure that in everything you are taking a backseat and you are ensuring that your heart is in tune with God, but in all, trust your process. Do not ever compare yourself to anybody. I know it can be a little bit difficult, and all, but never compare yourself to anybody. Really trust your process. Have your landmark times where you can go back and say, oh, I remember when God did this for me, so it definitely means that God is doing a work in my life to take me to where he wants to take me to, and I trust in God's goodness to lead me to that next level of his blessing. If you're currently at this stage where you're like, God, what's going on now? What's going on? Just like stay calm. So far you are trusting and knowing, so far you are trusting God and you believe in his almightiness. I can tell you for a fact that everything is going to work just according to his plan, right? Jesus had to go through the earth. He had to go through everything. He had to go through beating. He had to go through humiliation for him to die and then rise up on the third day, where we now have victory because we believe in him. So like for every great thing, there is a process for us to get to that place, right? So do not rush your process. Do not feel like you are in the dark, because the truth is, at that point it feels like everything is dark and all of that, but it's just a tiny little time more that everything begins to make sense, right? So this is just me telling you that trust your process. Trust the process that God is leading you through. Like, trust that God is making everything work according to his plan for you. Your own responsibility is just to ensure that you are staying on track and that you are staying where God, like you are staying connected and you are staying on track with his plan for you. I really hope this video blesses you, and if it did bless you, please share with one or two of your friends, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for coming to our channel. Bye.